Life speaks. It speaks through struggles and success, through music and messages, the preconceived and the unexpected. Whether you are in the depths of the valley or in the midst of your mountaintop experience, everyone needs to be encouraged from time to time. Here we will share stories of strength, testimonies of triumph, verses of victory, observations, and information meant to touch the heart and uplift the soul, to keep you on your path of purpose and navigate this thing called life with power and authority. This is Andrea L. Hines, and I'm your host for When Life Speaks, here on ALH Broadcasting, an affiliate of the Streaming Inspirational Broadcast Network. I am glad you accepted the invitation to join us tonight. There's something in this broadcast just for you, and if it is going to be a blessing to your life, it will be to someone else as well. So share, tag, start a watch party, and invite someone you know to join us. Then turn down the volume of life and get ready to receive, so that when life speaks, you'll speak life. Well, good evening, everybody. You have tuned in to When Life Speaks, right here on ALH Broadcasting, an affiliate of the Streaming Inspirational Broadcast Network. And I am your host, Andrea L. Hines, and welcome to E2. Hey there, Victoria. Good evening to you. And I see Francina has joined us this evening. Thank you two ladies for being with us, and we know others will be coming in fairly soon, and I am grateful for that. For those of you who may not know, E2 is what we call our evening of encouragement. I had checked with some of our listeners and said, what kind of things do you want to see and hear and all of that? And they said, sometimes we just want you to come on and just read some of your poetry, your poetic verses, and things like that. So that's what E2 is all about. It is an evening of encouragement. I'm going to be reading some poetic verses to you and just share some wisdom nuggets, some things that I've learned along the way that I hope will inspire you and encourage you. And that's what's going on. There's a lot going on already this year. I've already been getting notices of some conferences. I've gotten some notice about some fundraisers that are going on with entities that we partner with from time to time. So those things are going to be going on. So every now and then when you come in, just make sure that you have some paper and a pencil handy, or however you take notes, because you might just want to take notes on some of the things that are happening, so you will have those dates and be ready for what's going on. I'm excited about this year. I'm really excited about this year. I don't know why. I don't know what is going on, but I just feel like this is going to be a Jeremiah 29:11 plans of God kind of year. There are already so many things going on and so many things that we are tapping into. And I'm just excited about it. I know God is up to something, and I want to be a part of it. I want to make sure that I hear him clearly and get my instructions just to which way to go. One of the things that I'm going to do this year is, let me back up a little bit. On January 9th, Tuesday, this past Tuesday, I celebrated the 52nd anniversary of my 25th birthday. Do the math, you guys, do the math. But I had so many wonderful people who just sent me all kinds of just cool messages and emojis and greetings and well wishes. And, I can't even name half of the people who reached out to me. And let me tell you, you guys don't know how good that made me feel. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it all day. I was back and forth on social media, reading the messages and sending back little hearts. And I was just glad about that. Now, some people, hey, Bernice, good evening to you. Some people will celebrate their birthday the whole month, the whole month. I'm going to do something a little different because I want to celebrate my birthday the entire year. The entire year of 2024, I'm going to be celebrating my birthday, but I can't do it the way that I want to do it unless I have your help. So if you want to help me out and you want to participate, here's what I need for you to do. I need you to put in the comment section your name, because sometimes the name that comes up with your comment is not your name, but put your name and just write "just because that's what it's going to be. Just your name and just because. If you don't want to do it in the comment section, send me an email. Send the email to speaklifewithandrea@gmail.com. We got it up on the screen for you. Speaklifewithandrea@gmail.com. Put your name, first and last, and then put just because. And I'll know why. Now, what I'm going to do periodically through the year, I'm going to give you something. I'm going to draw names and I am going to send you a gift just because. It may be a book, it may be greeting cards, it could be a piece of jewelry, could be a Visa card. I don't know. God hasn't given me everything that He wants me to share with you, but I'm going to be sharing something and I'm going to be doing it all year long. I don't think there's anything better than to get a surprise gift. I know we talk about surprise checks in the mail. Now, I'm not thinking you'll get a surprise check in the mail from me, but I don't know. You might. But be that as it may, I really, really want to do this year. I just want to do something for no apparent reason. Just because. Just because people need to know that they are loved and they are appreciated and that somebody is thinking about them. And it doesn't always have to be your birthday, or it doesn't have to be an anniversary or anything like that. We're going to do it just because. So when I get the names, I'm going to put them in a container, and periodically I'm going to draw one. And then guess what? You're going to get something just because. But I promise you, it's going to be something that will make you smile, and I will keep you posted as to what that's going to be. So that's my first announcement. My second announcement is joy. Joy. The world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. And if you are on social media at all, you have been seeing things about joy 365. And I am so glad that Victoria is on the line tonight too, because Victoria is also a part of this amazing project. Think about this. There are 365 co-authors in this book. It is a devotional, and there is a journal, and there's a t-shirt, and there's a book box. There are so many things that are being offered. And Victoria, I am so glad that both of us are a part of this amazing project. And people are in there from everywhere, young, old, I mean, everywhere, all over the world. And just think about that. 365 co-authors in this devotional for joy restoration. And I'm in it with my partner in crime. You know, Victoria and I are on with Ruth Griffin on Sunday nights for Authors Up. And just to know that we are part of this. And look, the pre-sales are going on right now. So all year you're going to be hearing about Joy 365. You're going to be seeing things about Joy 365. I'm going to be posting things about Joy 365, and you better be happy. That's all I can say, because you're going to be seeing it everywhere. Victoria, I am excited as well. I'm excited as well. So guys, that is going to be a part of what's going on. Probably tomorrow I'll be posting how you can get your books, your journal, your pre-sales, and all that other good stuff. So please stay tuned. Stay tuned. Tanya is on. Good evening to you, Tanya. Glad to have you in the house tonight. Okay. Got my two announcements out of the way. So let me tell you what this first piece is tonight. It's actually an old favorite. Some would say that. Some people say that as you get older, you don't have a filter. You just say what you want to say because you're older and you think you can. And I don't agree. I don't think that it is age appropriate to be unkind. I don't think that because you have reached a certain stage in your life that you get to say whatever you want to say, whether it hurts somebody or not. I just don't agree with that. But whether or not you agree with me, I do have a piece. It's a little bit fun, but it's called A Tale of the Tongue. A Tale of the Tongue. And it says, Lord have mercy, there I go, running my mouth again. Is it in the word somewhere that talking too much is a sin? I don't intend to do anything wrong. I think I'm just having a chat until I feel all of those daggers headed directly for my back. To me, it's really not meddling. I mean everything for good. So why can't I close my big fat mouth like others wish that I would? I guess there should be a law passed, in my case, at the very least, impose a $10,000 fine if my talking doesn't cease. Lord, please help me keep silent or sweetly nod my big head or practice repeating over and over, there is nothing more to be said. Should I send a note of apology to everyone that I know, just in case I've somehow offended them and they may not have let me know? God, I need you to help me. I really don't know what to do. I've got to conquer this gift of gab if I'm going to be working for you. I know that I have to remember, while you may want me to be bold, there's no situation requiring my help since you have it all under control. I have no license to share my thoughts when there's no invitation to speak or give my opinion or anything else. My mouth has just sprung a leak. I repent for any confusion, the hard feelings that I may have caused. Perhaps if I'd put my tongue in reverse, my mouth would have been forced to pause. Lord, please let others forgive me, and please don't let them forget. Though my tongue is at times in rebellion, God is not through with me yet. That is it. That is the tale of the tongue. And sometimes we have to remember, just because we see something, we don't have to say it. Just because we know the right way to go doesn't mean that you are ready to receive any instruction. It just doesn't work that way. And to be unkind in your conversation is never, ever an acceptable thing to do. I don't care how old you get. I don't care what is going on in your life. It is just not something we want to do. So that's a reminder about the tongue. That is the reminder. Sometimes we got to bridle that tongue. We got to be quiet. We got to listen before we say anything at all. Take a minute, pause, and think, is this really something that I need to say? Sometimes it's really not. So you be careful, be cognizant of your conversation, no matter what age you are. So that's the tale of a tongue. Now, I have one other that I want to share with you tonight. Um, the next piece it's based on one very powerful word. Sometimes it can cause you to find your inner strength, and other times it can make you want to throw in the towel. And that word is enough. I have had enough. I'm not going to take it anymore. I've had it up to here. I have had enough. Or on the flip side, I am enough. I am blessed with gifts and talents that God has put in me. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am highly favored, and I am enough. Let's explore it a little bit more. There are times you may be in a season of struggle when you feel most alone, borrowing from Peter to pay Paul, feeling nothing is your own. Not enough is staring at you, and you don't know which way to turn. And you start wondering what and where in this is the lesson that I'm supposed to learn. There are other times, blessing someone else is what you really, really want to do. But you realize after you've prayed and cried, you have just enough to get you through. Then God sends his provision just in the nick of time. He gives you what you need, and for a while, things work just fine. Everything falls into place. God proved he had your back, and you discover there is enough, and you're not just on track. You've actually entered into overflow, so you can start something new. After all, enough has turned into more than enough for whatever you want to do. But whenever you begin again, feels like that cycle starts up too. And you find yourself in the starting place wondering what to do. But there's something my earthly father said to me whenever I didn't understand the when and the why of the things I'd tried, even though I know God had a plan. No matter what was happening, I knew I should lean into my source. Since God had the plan, it made perfect sense. Only He could set my course. And in case I didn't get it, my dad said one more thing to me: just live long enough, baby, and you will see. You will see. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. The best advice he could have given me. And there are sometimes now I lift my eyes towards the hills from whence cometh my help. And I tell him, I get it. I understand. Let me tell you something. I am so blessed to be here, to be on this broadcast, to just be in the world today. I've seen so many things. I've some good, some not so good. But I always know that God is with me. I didn't always know that. I didn't always understand that. And I know that's true for some of you out there as well. But I want to encourage you tonight. Get to know him for yourself if you don't already. Understand that you are here because he has something for you to do. If you have reached my age, he's not through with you yet. There is still purpose for you. He still has a plan for your life. You are actually still on that potter's wheel. He is still molding you. He is still shaping you, because as long as he has an assignment for you, there is something that needs to happen within you to carry out the word of the Lord. I'm grateful tonight. I'm grateful for this year. I feel just almost like butterflies. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going to be going on, but I know that God has something amazing in store for his children. I just know it. I know it. I know it. I want to be a part of whatever it is he is doing. And one of the things that I know will display the light and love of Christ is to be able to be kind, to be able to have a love walk, to be able to encourage somebody else, to be able to just give a compliment. Do you know there are so many things we can do to bless somebody that just don't cost us a dime? Not one red cent, and can make all the difference in the world. When we're talking about enough, and those people who are out there thinking, I've just had enough, I can't do anymore, I don't want to do anymore, I'm tired. I've been at this a long time and I just don't see any results at all. And God begins to switch that. And your feelings of not being enough become affirmations that I am enough. I am enough. God put me here. He put me here just the way that I am. And he did it for a reason, because he has a people who are waiting for me. They are waiting for me. They have had enough of whatever it is that they've been going through, and they're saying, God, send me somebody. And that somebody is you. He's decided you would be that person. He has chosen you for that assignment. How wonderful is that? And we get to show somebody the light and love of Christ. And how do we do that? We're kind. We have empathy. We show compassion. We have love. We have forgiveness. Oh my goodness. We have forgiveness. We don't have to go through life always pointing the finger, always talking about what somebody else did or what they didn't do or what they have and what they shouldn't have, and, rolling the neck and pointing the finger and going on. No, no, no. That's not who we are. That's not who we are. That's not who God wants us to be. He wants us to bring the kingdom into the earth. He wants us to show somebody who he is. He wants us to glorify him. He wants to get the glory out of our lives. And guess what? He's got a way to do that. I encourage you this year, that you make sure that you listen for his voice. Listen for the voice of the Lord. He is going to lead you. He is going to guide you. He is going to order your steps, and he's going to do some things speedily. You're going to have some but God moments this year. I just believe that you are. That God is going to turn some things around this year. I just believe that he will. You've been praying about some things and asking him about some things, and he's promised you some things. And I believe that those things are going to come to pass. I just believe that they will. I believe in a mighty God. I believe in a God who knows the end from the beginning, the first from the last. I believe in a God that when he said he had plans for us, he meant that he had plans for us. I believe for you. But I need you to believe for yourself. I need you to get up in the morning and have an affirmation as to who you are and who you are in him. Get up in the morning and let go of those things that didn't go right and didn't go well. Seek the lesson and live by it. Understand that God loves you with an everlasting love. Understand that he has things planned for you that you don't even know about yet, but you're going to. He does things for you just because. Just because. And I just thank him. I thank him and I give him praise and I give him honor and glory. I thank him for you, for each of you who come on the line, who have been faithful to all of the programs on ALH Broadcasting, especially When Life Speaks, because it was my very first show, so it's my baby. And I love it when you all get to come on and become encouraged. I love the fact that we have an opportunity to be together. Sometimes it doesn't take but 5 minutes. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. It doesn't take all day. It doesn't take forever. We don't try to spend up all of your time, but we want to give you a chance to smile. Yep. Want to give you a chance to see life on the lighter side just a little bit. Want to be able to say something to you that will take some of the hurt and some of the pain from some of those tests and trials and storms that life throws at you. You can make it. You can do it. You have enough in you to accomplish whatever it is that God puts before you. You are His, and He has plans for you. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for another year. I am excited about the things that I will be able to share with you. I am excited. Look, if you know anybody who usually comes on When Life Speaks and you don't see their name or anything, remind them to watch the replay. Remind them to watch the replay because, they don't want to miss out. I don't want them to miss out. We're going to start in the month of February, actually, with the drawing. I'll let you know what day that's going to be, that we are going to draw a name. But get your names in, get on that list, get on. If you didn't know what we were doing, I want to bless folks all year. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do whatever God tells me to do, but I know I want to bless you all this year. There's some personalized scripture pieces that I want to give. They're just things that I have. Sharing a part of me is what I want to do this year. Speak life with Andrea at gmail.com. If you didn't put it in the comment section, be sure you send it to me in an email. Just send your name and just say just because, and I'll know exactly what that's about. I can't wait. I am excited about it. I am excited about it. And I don't know what is going on, but God has been good. Good, 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 good. I have had some health challenges, but God has been God in every situation and in every circumstance. When you look to Him, lean not to your own understanding. Look to the Lord. He knows exactly what you need, but more important, He knows when you need it. And somebody used to say, if you don't have it, it's because you don't need it yet. How about that? Think on these things. That is it. That is it. That is it. Well, I'm not going to hold you anymore. Our E2 programs usually are our shorter programs, and I'm just glad that those of you who came on were able to come on tonight. And I see some just becauses in the comments. So I'm going to be sure after this program that I go back and I look at all of those and make sure that I have your names down and make sure that you are going to be a part of whatever it is God is planning to do. So that's it. That's it. Look, guys, come back next week. I think I have a guest next week. I have two exciting guests this month that are coming on that I don't want you to miss. And actually, I think next week, I think Francine is going to be with us because Francine hadn't been a co-host with us for a while. She has been traveling. She has been enjoying life. She has been visiting family, and she's got a lot going on this year as well. And she's going to give us a heads up on some of it. And we're just going to have one of those little senior sidebar chats next week. But you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it because, like my dad said, if you live long enough, you're going to need some of these things that we're talking about. You are going to need to know how to navigate this thing called life. So come on back and bring a friend. Be sure that that's one thing I want you to do this year. Be sure to share. Don't keep all the good stuff to yourself. Be sure that you share so that your friends can talk about it with you and you all can discuss some of the topics that we have going on and some of the things that are happening right here on When Life Speaks. So that is it. It is 7:30. I'm going to let you go, and I let you go saying just live long enough. Come on back next week, 7 p.m. And when you do, turn down the volume of life and get ready to receive so that when life speaks, you'll speak life. Good night, everybody. Have a great evening.